Well, after driving for 8 hours due west of Brisbane, unfortunately got out to the river here and it is well and truly in flood. The forecast last week was for minor flood, but this is definitely a full flood going on here. The river itself's probably moving far too fast for me to be trying to get upstream and find a camp spot. So we're just at Warraloo Bridge here. What I might do is actually just camp here tonight. It's almost dark now, the sun's just going down, just setting. So what I might do is just camp here the night, regroup in the morning and work out what we're going to do. There's a dam further down the river, which is obviously going to slow us flow down and so forth. Might head down there tomorrow morning and camp there. I think there might even be a campground down that way as well. But yeah, unfortunately, just not looking good for camping, or sorry, for getting upriver I should say, in the canoe to camp. Always nice to get to your camp spot and get the campfire going, sit down, have a beer, and just relax for the evening. See you all in the morning. Well, this weekend's been an absolute bust. Headed out west 6.5 hours to a place called St. George to get on the Baronne River. Ended up taking 9 hours because of the flooded roads and so forth. Only to find out that the river itself was flooded. So camped on the banks anyway that last night, had a campfire, which was nice out in the middle of nowhere, lovely and quiet. And headed for Beardmore Dam, which is what that river runs into, and unfortunately you can't camp on that one either. Even though guys showed a campground there, they must have closed it years ago because all there's now is a ranger's office, so there's no way I could get onto the water there. So everything's flooded out at the moment, so I've come down southeast to Glenlydon Dam, just across the border into New South Wales. And unfortunately, same problem here. So we've got a ranger's office, or the southeast Queensland water offices here, and there's no way they're going to let me get out in the water and camp wild here because they're watching every boat going in and out. There's rangers roaming around, they're in boats and so forth, so I just cannot get wild camping here. So all good, camped in the campground for the night, out in the water now. Finally in the water after about 1,000 kilometres of travel. Testing out the new paddle. I'll do a bit more of a talk about the paddle later on or in another video. Absolutely brilliant though, absolutely love this. So the real challenge though is it's blowing a gale here, so just trying to find quiet nooks where I can cast the lure in and see if we can catch some of these fish. There's golden perch or yellow belly, silver perch and Murray cod. Don't want a Murray cod because they're minimum 50 centimetres, but anything else will do just fine. So I'm going to flick a few lures around and see how I get on. Find myself a nice quiet pocket on the lee side of a little island here. Just flicking back towards the weeds, see if there's anything hiding in around there. I have to say, I'm very happy with this canoe setup now. I think I finally got the right paddle, the right fishing setup, the right fishing gear. It's perfect. Wouldn't believe it, I'm sitting here staring at a very large male kangaroo on a bank away from me, probably about 10 metres away. Very, very docile. Really interesting, there's goats roaming wild on the banks here. Not sure what the theory of that is, whether they were trying to get rid of a whole lot of weeds or something, or... But seems strange that humans aren't allowed on the banks to camp and so forth, but goats are allowed to roam around wild, so not sure how that works. Just sneaking up to 4 o'clock now. I might end up going back and have a quick beer or two, then wait for this wind to drop down in the evening. It certainly did last night. And then maybe sneak back out again once all the boats and so forth are going away as well. And see if that helps. Well, it's a beautiful evening out here. The breeze is keeping the heat out of the atmosphere, which is lovely. It's just a little bit strong still, but it's only 20 to 5, so we'll give it an hour or so. As the sun gets lowered, hopefully it'll drop off and I'll be able to scoot back out again. Every now and then on the water I'll see something touching up on the surface, chasing something on the surface as well. But just nice to finally get to some water, go for a paddle, try out the new paddle, and get wet again. It's just so nice. Particularly after driving, as I said, over 1,000 kilometres just to get to a place where I could put in. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the wind will drop off, be able to skirt out, potentially catch a fish for dinner. Otherwise, not that hungry tonight actually. It might just be cheese and a beer, or I'll see how I go. I've got burgers as always, but really not that hungry tonight. Mind you, if I catch a fish, that might change that. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. Let's see how we get on the evening, hey? Just letting the wind push me down the bay here towards the boat ramp. As I've said many times before, it's amazing how many people will tell you if they caught their biggest fish around the boat ramp. So I'm just going to let myself go down the side of the bank here where no one fishes. Just click back into the reeds. Never know your luck. Just down in the dark in the shadows here now. Never caught a yellow belly or golden perch before, so that would be a first. Well, even though we don't have a campfire, we can still get down to the water here. Everything's so portable, I can just walk it all down here and set myself up, have a bit of dinner close to the water. Unfortunately, all the camp spots are back up on the hill, so I thought I'd come down here and enjoy the evening, the light. Wind's only just starting to drop off now. It dropped off before, then started back up again. It just looks like it's starting to ease now, so I'm going to enjoy this burger and watch the sun go down. Well, the reward for getting up early is a beautiful still lake. Just the slightest breeze. 11 degrees this morning, which is beautiful. Trying to find places where all these guys in their boats aren't getting to. I can see trees down the other end and so forth, so I assume they're all going to go down and hammer those. I'm just going around some all the little bays and inlets here that they maybe all go screaming past. Spoke to a few of them yesterday. They said they were catching them. They were prepping them on the tables back at the campground, which is great to see. Most of them had about 3 or 4 each, but they did say it was hard going, so we'll see what we can catch this morning to take home for dinner tonight. Well, we're an hour in and nothing so far. Tried a few different lures this morning. Tried a cicada up on the surface because I could see fish breaching the water, chasing stuff up towards the surface. No joy with that. I've tried a chatterbait. We've got a double clutch trawling at the back as I head to another point. So nice to be out in the water though. Really lovely out here this morning. Well, first one for the day. What have we got here? Just a little guy by the look of him. Yeah, a little silver perch. Come on, little fella. Spiky little bugger. There we go. Tiniest little silver perch. Very nice looking little healthy fish. Let's hope we can get some more of those. Something a bit larger would be nice. Whoa! There we go. This is a bit more like it. Up a half decent fight, but I don't think it's going to be that big. What have we got? Oh no, Murray cod. We're only on light line here, so this is going to take some fighting to get in, I can tell you. He's a big fella. Ooh, hello. Whoa, I don't think it's going to be 50 centimetres, but a good size nonetheless. I'm in no hurry to get him in the boat because this guy is huge. I'd like to wear him out fit first. Come on. Wait till he comes up beside the boat. He's had enough. Alright. He keeps coming up for a look. You had enough yet? Really interesting fish. They are very slow rolling. They don't dart and take off. Very leisurely fish. First one for me, I'd have to say. Never caught a Murray cod in my life. My dad used to always speak about wanting to catch big ones. One of his favourite target fish. Up on the Murray River. Starting to slow down a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. He's a big fish. Nope, changed his mind. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Second wind. Come on. Let's get mine up again now. Holy shit. This net is literally too small for him. Come on back. Need to get him behind the tail and the head. Try and get him in that way. Back again. He's literally too big for this light net. Bloody hell. In. Well, that is a first. Let's first of all get him back out of the net. This lure out of him. We'll measure him up. Alright, let's get our measuring stick out, see how long this guy is. Alright, see if we can get him down onto this ruler. Big, long, slimy bugger. He's actually size, he's 57 centimetres. I'll see if I can get that on the GoPro. Okay, so get the head down nice and close there. Leave my legs out of the way. You can see he's 57 centimetres. 56, 57. Well and truly size. But too big for me to eat. To be honest, I don't need a bigger fish, so let's see if we can get you back in the water. I don't have a clamp to pick him up with, but that is a very nice fish. That is just extraordinary. Never had a fish like that before in my life. I'm going to put him in the water, make sure he's okay. Off he goes. Wow! Well, there's a highlight for your weekend after all of that. Never caught a Murray cod. That is brilliant. I was literally on my way home trawling. I thought it's time to go. Pack up the car. That's a bit of excitement for the day, but that is a massive, massive fish and very fat and healthy. As I said, on another day, if I was with someone else and had someone else here to eat all the food and everything else, I would take him home and eat him, but let's let him grow up bigger for the rest of these fishermen in this waterway. And yeah, someone else can eat him. Well, what a mixed bag of a weekend. Out to the Baronne River, 9 hours travel, only to camp up on the high bank and watch the water go by. Couldn't get on there with my canoe. And then going southeast back into this lake, Glenlydon, to camp tonight. Lovely little campground here, I have to say. Very, very nice. If you're interested in coming out here fishing or just going for a paddle, beautiful, beautiful lake for paddling. Lovely grassy banks everywhere and easy access. So well worth coming out for a look if you want to do some fishing or paddling. And of course, overnight camping in the campground. So thank you for joining me on this adventure. The highlight was obviously catching that Murray cod at the end. That was a huge bonus, biggest freshwater fish I've ever caught. And I'll see you all in a fortnight's time. Bye for now.